To the story now of the lost identity of a Victorian statue in Barnet that's been rediscovered after more than a century of anonymity. The copper statue was commissioned in 1861 by Prince Albert, but was forgotten to history after his death. Luke Hanrahan can tell us more.
Her identity forgotten, lost to history for over a century. She became known as the Statue of Peace, atop a stone plinth played on in this park by generations of children.
My brother and I used to climb it, but in those days you didn't have the railings around it. It wasn't protected, so all the kids could just climb it. And yes, you didn't really know what it was, and you didn't know why it was there.
My father, who was a Justice of the Peace, and he used to enjoy climbing right up to the top there, so that he could wave from the Peace statue and survey the surroundings, and that was something that the children were told they were not supposed to do, but my dad did it.
But now its significance has been rediscovered. The woman this statue is based on is Queen Victoria.
Remarkably, on the 21st of October 1861, just 2 months before his death, Prince Albert signed off on this 9-foot replica of his wife, Queen Victoria. Had he survived, she'd have been put around the back of the Royal Albert Hall.
Instead of allowing herself to be memorialised, Queen Victoria chose to commemorate the life of her husband. This is how she is mostly remembered, as a queen who wore a black mourning dress for the rest of her life.
She was deliberately, I think, anonymised to the extent that she had a spear.
Nick McKie is the local historian who made the extraordinary discovery about a statue which puts a new positive spin on Britain's second longest reigning monarch.
Sadly, of course, Albert 2 months later dies. And the purpose for which the statue was meant, of Queen Victoria atop a memorial back of the Royal Albert Hall, she said, no, I can't do this. I cannot be the statue. I'd like Albert to be there in my place. That happened, and so we were left with, long story, a redundant statue of Queen Victoria.
A statue with renewed significance for this community. Queen Victoria is now being taken away for a makeover, restored to her former glory by Barnet Council. Luke Hanrahan, BBC London.